Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Southeast Asia Mike Award Ceremony, or the most innovative knowledge enterprise in Southeast Asia Award Ceremony 2022, organized by the Institute for Knowledge and Innovation Southeast Asia, Bangkok University. My name is Somjai Siritrakankit. It's my honor to be here as your MC for this afternoon session. On behalf of the organizer of this event, I would like to express a sincere appreciation to all of the distinguished guests for joining us today in this special event. To start our most memorable event today, I would like to invite Assistant Professor Dr. Somyot Wattanakamonchai, Vice President for International Affairs, Bangkok University, to deliver a welcoming address.
It is my distinct honor to welcome all of you to this year's Southeast Asia Mike Award 2022. The Mike Award, or initially the Make Award, has been given to many prestigious enterprises from different parts of the world since 1998. And Thailand has been part of this prestigious community since 2020 under the initiative of the Institute for Knowledge and Innovation Management, Southeast Asia, or IKI-SEA, which is one of the Bangkok University's centers of excellence, okay? And the award had been very successful, and I was delighted that this year it was upgraded to become Southeast Asia Mike Award. As the world has been going through a series of twists and turns, the challenges that we are confronting in the world economy affect local, national, and international enterprises. The ability to implement knowledge management, innovation, organizational creativity, and learning strategies is imperative for the companies and organizations to withstand the trials of adversity. The Mike Award recognizes the achievement of companies and organizations on their innovative performance as a result in implementing exemplary practices in knowledge and innovation management. And when they apply for the award, okay, they also create an opportunity for companies and enterprises to learn from one another, to enhance their practices. Today, I congratulate the gold, silver, and bronze winners of the Southeast Asia Mike Award for their achievement, and especially for their openness to share and further contribute to the development of knowledge and innovation management. I look forward to the knowledge sharing sessions later this afternoon from two of this year's Gold Awards winners, PT Telkom Indonesia and Metropolitan Waterworks Authority of Thailand. Lastly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizing committee, the Institute for Knowledge and Innovation Southeast Asia, for making today's event possible, and a special appreciation to the international reviewers for their contribution and continued support. Once again, congratulations to the Southeast Asia Award winners this year. And thank you very much to all the distinguished guests and participants for joining this award presentation ceremony this afternoon. Sawadee krab.
Thank you very much, Assistant Professor Dr. Somyot Wattanakamonchai, for a wonderful welcoming address. And next, may I invite Dr. Vincent Ribier, the host of Southeast Asia Mike Award, to deliver an opening remark. Please welcome Dr. Vincent.
Sawadee krap. Good afternoon, everyone. Very nice to see you all again here today after these past 2 years. Last ceremony I was wearing a mask with a smile on it. Some of you were here already, and this year I completely removed the mask. So you see, I know lots of you still want to wear it, and that's perfectly fine. It's safer that way. But I say this year, okay. Be wild. Okay, great. So great pleasure to have you back, and welcome to the new award winners. So I will tell you a little bit about this year, about what happened, and tell you also a little bit about the story of the. For those of you who are quite new to the context. So the Mike Award is an extension of the original Make Award for the most admired knowledge enterprise, as VP Dr. Samyot mentioned, who started in 1998, so that's not something new. But the main leader who created this award, well, after retiring, decided to pass on this award to a group of researchers in Hong Kong at Hong Kong Polytech University, who decided to, well, knowledge management is good, but it's not just about knowledge, it's also about innovation, and they work hands in hands. And so decided to rename this award the Mike Awards for the most innovative knowledge enterprise. And so that's how things got started in 2018. And yes, and that's why we are all here today. So 4 years ago, we had hired a new faculty as part of the IKI, and I had shared the idea with her and our team about starting the Mike Award for Thailand. And she got very, very excited about the idea, and she said, yeah, we should do it, and I will help you, and I will help you. I said, well, okay, then I'm not just alone, and let's try to do it. And so we got started 3 years ago with the Mike Award, and she got the thing started, and she helped us, and she helped me a lot to get things get started. So we are, of course, very, very saddened about her loss. I know lots of you have got chance to meet her in the past, and that's one of the reasons also you have been here today. So we do miss you, Dr. Varali, and I wish you will be around full of energy as you always were. And so I just would like to dedicate this award ceremony to her today. Thank you. So we started, like I said, the event, the Mike Thailand, for 2 years, starting in 2020 and then in 2021. And last year we were given the opportunity to extend, not just to do it for Thailand, but to get it to Southeast Asia. And so we are glad that this year we had a company from Singapore Telecom, who participated and also became one of the gold winner of the Mike Award, Mike Southeast Asia Award. Now, as you may know or may not know, all the winners, all the gold winners almost in each country will contribute and compete against each other at the global level. So all the 5 gold winners of Thailand currently applied also for the Global Mike Award, and so we are really hoping that they will all get this global award. We got 24 applicants this year for the Global Mike Award, coming from all over the world, US, China, Hong Kong, Indonesia, well, all over the world. And so by early December, we will announce the winner of the Global Mike Award. Since that's also a responsibility we took on, the Hong Kong Polytech team decided to let us manage also the Global Mike Award, and that's what we are doing this year for the first time. Great. So as you can see, there are different countries or different regions that are represented for the Mike Award, and winners of these different regions are competing for the Global Mike Award. Now, let me give a lot of thank you, because to be here today required the collaboration of many, many people. And I just would like to go through all of them. First of all, thank you for Bangkok University and for VP Dr. Samyat from also encouraging us and giving us all the resources to be able to manage this institute, this award. Thank you to the IKI team who has been very also engaged, and it sounds like a very simple thing to manage, but it's, on the back end it's much more complicated than it looks. So thank you all for doing so. Thank you for Mr. Amadeus, who's doing all the graphic design for us, and I know lots of people gave some compliments about this, so thank you, Amadeus, for all your work. Thank you also to the Bangkok University IT and audiovisual team, guys. Thank you always for being here and recording our events. And this award presentation, we decided not to do it broadcasted online this year, because with a hybrid type of presentation, it's sometimes doesn't work always as we wish. So this year we decided to record it, and then we will make it available online after, in a few days, for people who might want to visit it. And thanks to the BU team for that. Thank you also to the Hong Kong team, who's also been helping on the back end to be able for us to run this event. Thank you to all of you who applied for this award. We really appreciate your trust and your interest in the Mike Award. And of course, thank you to all the speakers who accepted to share their journey today, their KM and innovation journey with us today. Now, for this year, we had 18 international reviewers who went through your application and provided you with a lot of feedback. So these are the people who participated. So Hong Kong, Thailand, Germany, Thailand, US, India, Israel, Philippines, USA, UK, Thailand, Indonesia, and India. So you can see they come from all over the world. And we have a different committee members for the Global Mike Award, also very, very international. So you receive feedback from 3 of them in your application. And hopefully this feedback was useful and valuable to you. And yes, so we hope it's one of the goals of the Mike Award is not just to get the award, but also to learn from each other. So to learn, first of all, from your from the reviewers who provided you feedback, but we will share also, and we will contact you about this. As part of the deal, we also share each other's applications, so all the 9 applicants will also be able to view the application of the others. But before we do that, we will make sure that there is no sensitive or strategic information you want to remove from your application, that you will be able to do, don't worry. And then later on, we will just share among the participants, not outside, their application, so you can learn from each other. That's part of the bench learning activities. And same thing for those of you who apply for the Global Mike Award. You will have access to the, like I said, there are 24 companies, so you will have access to the 23 other companies that applied, and to see what they are doing to manage knowledge and innovation in their institution. So that's really a learning opportunity. And I think that's why the Mike Award is of value. To go back a little bit on the also what are we measuring by this Mike Award, right? So we believe, so the founder and the people who developed this assessment to assess how your organization is doing in terms of knowledge and innovation, look more or less at the genes of your, at the DNA, if you want, of your organization. So do you have all the different components that might lead to proper innovation and to proper knowledge management? And so that's what we are assessing. And so there are three main pillars that we are assessing through the application. So one is dealing with the human capital, people working for you, their competencies and all the knowledge that they possess, their creativity, their engagement and things like this. Second level is a relational capital. So how different employees or different units are relating to each other internally, but also externally with your different stakeholders. And your customers, of course, and then the structural capital, which is more about the organizational culture that you have in-house, the processes that you have in place, and also the how you manage your intellectual property. So that's what is assessed and directly through the application form, and that's what helps to lead to innovation. Now, just to summarize a little bit your for the 9 organizations that applied this year for the Southeast Asia Mike Award. So this is the overall score. So human capital, 5.4 out of 7, relational capital, 5.3 out of 7, and structural capital, 5.4 out of 7. So roughly the 3 pillars are there and consistent for all organizations. Now we can look more closely into the sub-different dimensions, but overall, when we put everything together, everything looks like everything is properly balanced. Now, we just looked, we just did some basic statistics and tried to look at, just looking at the 5 gold winners, so the organization who got the gold winning. So looking at the scores, so human capital and relational capital are at the same level, and structural capital is a bit higher. So showing that, again, structural capital, just a small way to remember what was on the previous slide. Structural capital is really about, yes, the processes that you have in place, the routines, the culture that you have in place. So it looks like that's something which is strong for this organization. I mean, these scores are very good too, but that's maybe one of the strengths of the 5 organizations who got the gold award this year. And again, we could go in more detail into the different part, but we can see that the green part over here represents the structural capital, and so this is where the organization got the highest score. Now, if we look at the bronze and silver winners, that's interesting because structural capital in this case is the lowest score. And again, we can look again in more detail into sub-dimensions, but that's quite interesting that, yes, so that's more or less the structure, which is the processes that might not be really put in place, or at least not put in place systematically. And I think that's what sometimes is lacking in organizations that have not yet reached a high level of maturity, is that they have not systematized their way of managing knowledge or managing the innovation management process. And that's something that was clearly reflected for the Gold Mike winners. Anyway, so this is just a high-level kind of analysis. And of course, so just if we compare the gold winner and the others, so we can see where the biggest gap is here on the structural capital. Now, the last dimension that was measured also through the Mike Award is the innovation capability of the organization. Not only their capability, but also the output that comes out of this innovation. So the overall score for all companies is 5.6 out of 7, which is good, but there is still room for improvement. And then if we just compare the gold winners, the average score is 6.3 out of 7, and for the silver and bronze scores winners, so the score is a bit lower. Well, I mean, that also makes sense because otherwise they will have got the gold award. Okay, so just to show that, again, the strength also is reflected on their innovation capability. So having a strong knowledge management processes and culture and helps to drive and directly also innovation. Okay, so that's it for my quick refresher about what the Mike Award is and some of the general findings about this year applicants. Now I will leave it back to our MC to announce the next state. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vincent Ribier, for the opening remark and a short lecture. No. And information on the scoring.
Short, boring lecture.
Okay, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an exciting moment, and I'm sure that everyone is looking forward to it. The announcement of the award ceremony for the Southeast Asia Mike Award. Okay, so it's time for the award ceremony right now. Let's begin with the Bronze Award winner. And the Bronze Award winner is Com Express Thailand Company Limited. Okay, so congratulations to Com Express Thailand Company Limited for the Bronze Award. And next, the Silver Award winners are Think On Net Company Limited. May I invite the representative to be here on this backdrop over here? Okay, and the photo session. Thank you very much and congratulations to Things On Net Company Limited. The next Silver Award winner is Leadership Development Jalern Pokapan Group Company Limited. May I now invite the representative to receive an award. Photo time. Congratulations to Leadership Development from Jalern Pokapan Group Company Limited. Okay, and the last winner for the Silver Award is the Minor Food Group Public Company Limited. May I now invite the representative from the Minor Food Group Public Company Limited to receive an award. Thank you very much. And congratulations to the Minor Food Group Public Company Limited. Okay, all right. And finally, the Gold Award winners goes to first one, Advanced Info Service Public Company Limited. Congratulations to Advanced Info Service Company Public Company Limited. Yes. Photo time. Thank you, thank you. And next winner for the Gold Award is Bangkok Corporation Public Company Limited. May I now invite the representative from Bangkok Corporation Public Company Limited to receive an award. Thank you very much and congratulations once again to Bangkok Corporation นะคะ And next one, the gold winner award will goes to Metropolitan Waterworks Authority, Thailand. May I now invite the representative from Metropolitan Waterworks Authority, Thailand to receive an award. Congratulations ค่ะ Thank you very much ค่ะ Thank you very much. And the fourth winner for Gold Award goes to the PTT Exploration and Production Public Company Limited ค่ะ May I now invite the representative from PTT Exploration and Production on the stage over here. Thank you very much and congratulations ค่ะ Now come to the last winner for the Gold Award. And the last winner goes to PT Telkom Indonesia. Please give a big round of applause. Congratulations ค่ะ Thank you very much. Okay, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, a big round of applause for all of the 5 winners for the Gold Award. Next, let's have a short coffee break. I'm sure that you would like to make some more connection among each other. There are many rooms for the wow connection for you guys, okay? So let's have a short coffee break and then we'll come back for the knowledge sharing session on knowledge management and innovation journey from the 2 Southeast Asia Mike Award winners 2022 ค่ะ. Let's enjoy the coffee break. All right. I hope you had a very good coffee break and had some short discussion with some of your friends or colleagues here, or even some of you. I do believe that you have made some kind of like the connection with the other company as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Southeast Asia Mike Award ceremony. The last but very rich session for today's event is the knowledge sharing session on knowledge management and innovation journey. We will hear more from the 2 Southeast Asia Mike Award ceremony winners 2022. And at the end of both presentations, the floor will be open for the Q&A session. To start the first presentation on knowledge management and innovation journey will be delivered by Mr. Richard Alberto, Senior Manager, School of Digital Leadership and Transformation from Telkom Indonesia. Please welcome Mr. Richard Alberto.
Good afternoon, everyone. So it's very happy for us to join this award and glad to know all of you here. First, I introduce, my name is Richard Alberto. You can call me Richard. I'm from PT Telkom Indonesia. How many of you have heard PT Telkom Indonesia? Maybe you can raise your hand first. PT Telkom Indonesia. Okay, thank you. Usually, most popular people know about Telkom Cellulars. So Telkom Cellular is subordinates of PT Telkom Indonesia. Or you maybe know about Telkom International, is footprint of our company, is one of our subordinates of PT Telkom Indonesia. It's very happy for me to try to explain about how we implement knowledge management in PT Telkom Indonesia. And this is our linkage of knowledge management with corporate business. So we always try to put the knowledge management as a part of business objective of our company. You can see that we have a corporate strategic scenario, and we deploy into corporate annual message, and then after that we have a functional strategy which names is RKAP. It means the program for 1 year, and then we have implementation of operation, and we have a review. First, we have a portfolio performance review and business performance review and functional review, then improvement action plan. From doing this implementation, we always connected with this knowledge management. And we have learnings, how we learn about our practices, innovate to try new things with creatively, and research what will happen next about our business strategy. And we put knowledge management with 3 aspects: people, process, and technology. And this is our learning, innovation, research, knowledge management. We have input here, our stakeholders is employee, innovator, Amuba. We have a corporate startup company, we call it Amuba, and then customer facing unit and functional function unit. And in the external input, we have a pentahelix. Pentahelix means we have a 5 factor. First, business, governments, community, academy like university, and technological providers, like we have make some kind of partnership with MIT, with Huawei, and anything else. And then customers, Indigo managements, startup, we partners with external startup, venture capital, consultant, and others. And we have here, we have a 3 part of research, innovation, and learning. And we put here 2 in knowledge management. So we put about our research in knowledge, our learning in knowledge, our innovation, and after that we give it back how we can learn from the research, how we can learn from innovation and from learning. And after that we have what kind of product or services that we can develop to make our company sustain. And after that, we deliver this product and service to our stakeholders, internals and externals. So this is our knowledge management ecosystem framework. And we have also the knowledge management roadmap. It means that what we have to do in the next following years. We have in 2020, we have redefining the fundamental, because we have a new transformation from our company. We have to redefine our fundamentals, and in here the CKO, it's been the CEO, rebuild the knowledge management enterprise system for Telkom Group. So the knowledge management not only for the parents, but also for subordinate in Telkom Groups. And we have for the people, we have kickstart exciting healthy KM. You can see this, what kind of exciting healthy KM. And then after that process, we warranty alignment of KM sources. And then technology, we delivering KM collaboration tools. It means what we have to do here, our knowledge management from some subordinate have to be known, have to be used, have to be utilized, but others company in around our Telkom Groups. So in 2023, we have managing the futures. It means we fully manage, utilize knowledge management enterprise systems, and we nurturing people KM capability. So it means that we will try to develop our people to have a capability to share their knowledge. This is the point. Review KM policy based on KM audit and KM assessment, and rolling communicate KM strategy, make sure KM as part as human capital strategy and corporate strategic scenario. It means that there's integrated with knowledge management system with the HC strategy and corporate strategic scenario. And we implemented global benchmarking. So as you know, this is the first time for Telkom Indonesia to join the MIC Award. Vincent Ribery, as you know that, after 7 years ago, we joined the MIC Award, most admired knowledge enterprise, and then we stopped to participate, and then we discussed we have to calibrate our knowledge management based on the international standard, not our standard. So we are very pleased that we got the gold winners for this CMIC Award, and we hope to participate in the Global MIC Award, and I hope the best result for us. And then in 2024, we have optimized lifestyle. Reward from investment KM as company lifestyle. It means that the knowledge management as a lifestyle of the employee. So it means if you want to become our employee, you have to sharing your knowledge. You don't have to keep your knowledge alone. You have to give it, and you have to utilize knowledge, and leveraging agile management practices, and then for technology, elevating business development engine. It means that KM platform is part of business development engine. Next. Now, this is the Telkom knowledge management framework. Sorry, I moved from here. You can see that we have general principle, function, attribute, and KM strategy. You know that we have a people here. We have a knowledge leaders, the BOD, the BOC as a knowledge leaders, and knowledge expert, a person that has capability or expertise in some certain areas like telecommunication maybe, or business, or HR. Knowledge creators, it means that they publish their knowledge, they publish their skill, and the knowledge admin, how they run the knowledge inside the company. This is the internal sources, the knowledge from Telkom, from employee, from contract employee, from partners, and then external from consultant, vendor, academics, and others. And after that, we have a process. This is our process. You know that first, we knowledge creation acquisition. We have to acquire and create the knowledge. We have knowledge net inventory, what kind of knowledge that we have to put in our inventory. Knowledge resource identification, we have to make sure that our resources is valid and be reliable. And knowledge searching and collecting, we have to search. So we have a search engine to know what kind of knowledge that we want among the subordinary. We have a 52 subordinate, so we have to make sure when we want to know about the 5G, for example, from the Telkomsel, we have to make sure we can get the knowledge. And then knowledge synthesizing, kemudian create business case study, because we have to learn from what we have to do in the past, what have we done in the past, what we have to make sure that it will not happen, the failures in the futures. We have make a case study, and then provide data benchmark. After we had created this knowledge acquisition, we have organizing this knowledge. We have to make filterings, grouping, formatting. It means that sometimes you have to put in the podcast or the visual or non-visual or something like that, not evaluating, to make sure that to give some kind of point that what kind of knowledge is important or not important, knowledge selecting, and knowledge story as repository. After we organizing this, we have a knowledge sharing. It means that we have to make KM user identification, environment setting up, publication, because it is important. Sometimes we don't know the knowledge, where is the knowledge. So we have to make sure that if there is new knowledge, there are real knowledge, or the important knowledge have to publicate, so everyone will know what kind of knowledge they want to get. Knowledge representation, knowledge representation. And this is the most important things. Sometimes we put the knowledge in a repository, but we cannot utilize this. So we make a note promoting, influencing, persuading. So we persuade some kind of people to use the knowledge and knowledge linking. Sometimes it's important how we linking from the knowledge creation or the knowledge use to the knowledge user. It's the problem of knowledge management. We know that we need the knowledge, but we don't know how to get the knowledge. Where is it? So we have knowledge linking here. After that, we have a knowledge evaluation, monitoring, knowledge measurement. It means how many knowledge that have been utilized, have been accessed, and knowledge review and evaluate. And then we have a technology here, IT broadband system, knowledge management platform. So we have a platform for knowledge management to make sure that if you want to have a knowledge, you use this platform, and you can get anything knowledge that you want. And distributed process asset structure. And the governance. So it is important because we want to make sure that our knowledge comply to the organization and our governments. And role mapping. So this kind of format that we implement in our company, on our organization, we make it like a matrix. There is a formal, informal, online, and offline. For example, if we want to sharing knowledge in formal online, we use webinar, portal, e-learning, email. If we use formal and offline, we use seminar, knowledge cafe, community of practice, and so on. And if we want to use online and informal, we use this Scrum meeting, ebook, e-magazine, diagram, and something else. And then if you want to have informal and offline, you have a Scrum meeting, book, article, poster, and discussion. And if we divide it into the formal and synchronous and asynchronous, if you want to have formal but asynchronous, you can use e-learning, email, nota dinas, campaign, and so on. Learning, but as you know that every two times for a month is mandatory for employee to access the e-learning. And then we have a portal, and if you want to use formal and asynchronous, we can use webinars, knowledge cafe, discussion ER and VR, and benchmarking. And then informal, we have used ebook, article, diarium, we have our social media, internal social media. We call it diarium. So when we want to publish, sometimes important, but we want to make sure that it's private, we can posting in our social media internal. And informal, we have a Scrum meeting. Now, this is our knowledge sharing activities. We have Expert Insight series. Expert Insight is, we divide it into the five factors. For example, Expert Insight, this is the Deputy of Minister of State-Owned Enterprise. They talk about talent leaders. So we also invite other experts outside our company. For example, 5 Deputy of Minister maybe, and then our state-owned enterprise, others like a bank or financial organization. And this is about corporate book club. If you have a new book or maybe the interesting book that want to be discussed, we discuss here. Expert pitch stop. For example, if you have a learning from, maybe from courses, you have to share your skill, your knowledge to the others employees, so everyone can know what kind of course you join in. For example, I participate in the Malcolm Bedridge criteria and Kaizen. I have to share this, what kind of Malcolm Bedridge and Kaizen, to other employees, so they know, because there is the challenge is not everyone can join this course because maybe expensive and maybe they don't have a time or something like that. And this is a trusted spacer. Maybe if you have a person to have a special skill, like they have a hobby in maybe in photography or something else, they can use this. Expert GovTech, it means that we have an internal startup. So if they have a new interesting to about the idea, about the progress of the startup, they can publish in this Expert GovTech. So our benefit, why use this for community? So knowledge is, we give it to the community. So a community has a new perspective, and then they can progress, upgrade their skills, something like that. And for our partners, campaigns, sense of purpose, audience engagement, knowledge. For speakers, public recognition, appreciation. As you know, for example like this, for expert insight, especially if the speaker is famous, is maybe more than 500 audience, not only internal telecom, but also we can invite others company from state-owned enterprise. So more than 500, especially if one of our BOD or BOC speak in this area, is more than 1,000 can join this. So it is the place, if the BOD or BOC want to introduce their policy, they can use this. And then appreciate. So if you join this kind of expert, you have a certificate. Certificate make you related to the human resources information system. So if you join maybe 5 times, you got the 5 certificate, and you will get the point to the higher information system. This is what are the recognition. We get a certificate and that point that I have told you before. And some of our friends, sometimes we can use YouTube if there is there's no important or no information for a company. And we have a media communication. It is important thing. So if you want to know your knowledge, you have to make sure your media communication. We have a diary room, my digital. We have a Flix video learning. We have our own studio. We had a podcast too. And we inform from WhatsApp, Gmail, and Instagram. So if there's, for example, from here, if there is something expert, we broadcast to you the official email address, so every employee can get the information about sharing knowledge. And this is our Flix studio. So like a broadcaster, it's real interactive, not only like Zoom, it's only interactive. You can use your whiteboard or you use your other tools to present your knowledge. This is kind of a knowledge sharing activity. We have a webinar here, and then we have a knowledge sharing, and then we have knowledge cafe. So every Monday we have a knowledge cafe, so everyone can join. And we have events. We can measure what kind of participant join, what department join this, and then what kind of topic that they really want to join. This is Cafe Win Digital. So we transform from telco to digital telco. We use Instagram Live to communicate our transformation policy. So interactive policy. So to make attention to the new millennials, for new employee, they used to like the Instagram. So transform like Unicom, we can make sure that our presentation not become formal, because 60% or 70% now in our employee is millennials. So we have to make sure the application can be fit for the millennials. And we have knowledge articles. We have, if you have sharing knowledge, you can put your knowledge here. There is a case study, there are articles, there are research. You have a research you can put here. And sometimes there are feedback from a person who has read your articles. Now, this is about our CAM technology. So we use a single platform to make sure knowledge in the good repository. For example, we call it My DigiLearn platform. Consists of 3 features right now, 3 sub features. First, example, when we want to learning, we can learn from here. And we want, sometimes as a state-owned enterprise, we have a certain expert. If you like, you see, DG expert means you collect you mapping your expert, and you put in the platform. So if your employee want to consult to discuss about something, a certain skill, maybe like I've said before, 5G, there is a expert 5G, there is a expert financial, there is expert of human resources we put here in DDG expert. So, and then we know the capability of the expert from learning hours from DDG expert. We mapping it, when we rank it, who is the senior expert or something like that. So we know where our expert is. Our expert internal in corporate university or our expert operational. So sometimes we have expert but we don't know where our expert is. So we put it in one platform so everybody can know our expert. This is our digital library. So when we have new books, we don't buy again the hard copy. Hard copy, right now we buy most the books is online and we put in the digital library. And then we have DigiNow. DigiNow, it's mean that if you have a certain article, short article, you can post it without consider. Sometimes millennials like right now is they don't want to use the case study. They don't want to use the kind of detailed requirements. If they want to know something, they just post it. So we develop DigiNow. So after they're learning something, they don't have to use format structures. They can something according what they want, according what their style is. So it makes them have some kind of motivation or engagement to share the knowledge. As you know, sometimes if we want to try to like make sure our knowledge like a journal or like an article or like dissertation, most of them cannot want to post it. But if you make it short articles, maybe most of them want to use this. This is our platform. So this is our super platform, MediGlearn, and then this is the subsystem, digital library, Digi Expert, Tanya Aja, Ask the Expert. If you want to have something to know, we have a platform, Ask the Expert. Cognitium, comics, coaching. This is a coaching platform. And then we put it in the MediGlearn. If you look in the MediGlearn, you can have this application. This is innovation. So if you want to know about innovation in telecom, you can in the MediGlearn with knowledge incorporation. And then knowledge in public. So for example, start-out enterprise wants to know about knowledge, we open for certain so we make sure the knowledge not only for telecom but also for other state-owned enterprise, and we telecom school, telecom university. So for example, Coursera, we can put it here in MediGlearn. So there is if you want to know about course in Coursera, you can also log into MediGlearn according to the our partnership. This is the MediGlearn, our platforms. Active users is about 100,000 users, and now registered about 9,000. We have total course 400s, and total video learning is about 4,500. Webinars almost 500, and document is it will become more because there is we have new learning, new videos, something like that. Our NPS is 51. We make sure that MediGlearn have to be measured. There is some kind of like this detractor. We have to analyze what kind of detractor about MediGlearn. This is the tagline of MediGlearn. Access anytime. You can use mobile. You can use web, anywhere, any device. And massive can be accessed anywhere from any circle. Assessment. If you want to make sure depth development, you can use assessment. Create. You can also create your content, to do MediGlearn, and then your corporate connect. You can connect to everyone inside corporate learning. This is the corporate learning. So we only have one corporate learning. In our telecom group, we call it My DigiLearn. So if you want to know about new learning, you just join the My DigiLearn. Cultivate with various learning content. This is maybe one of the pages of My DigiLearns. We have if we have a new courses like class of data scientists, we put here as to publish and to know by the other users. We have a video, podcast, webinar, articles, something like that, and then we have upload your colleagues. Maybe you can share your knowledge and notify your friends to join this learning. Now, this is one of the important things that we developed today, that we want to make sure our knowledge can be identified. For example, here we need portal search knowledge. If we want to, we put here name like data analyze, data science. We make sure the search word, the keyword can access to news about data science or something else like that. So we can know from the parents and so on what kind of knowledge we want. Sometimes we in the pain problem of employee, I want to know about artificial intelligence. I want to know about VR. How do I search this now? We can use the portal search knowledge if you want to about AI, something else like that. So it make more employee enthusiasts to use and utilize the knowledge. This is our DigiLips, that new books we put here. Okay, thank you again for a chance for us to present our knowledge management in PT Telkom Indonesia. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Richard Alberto, for a very fruitful knowledge sharing session. Now come to the Q&A session. Is there any question our participants have so that Mr. Richard here could answering?
Any question for Mr. Richard? Yes, let me bring the mic to you.
First of all, thank you for sharing. It's very interesting, and I see there's lots of contents that you have in there. How do you target, there's lots of contents for a lot of people. How do you specifically target for specific group of people who really need to learn specific topics that would help them with their work, for example?
Okay, a very good question. Because one of our knowledge management problem is how we utilize the knowledge, especially the new knowledge, the special knowledge, the real knowledge. So first of all, we have to identify our persona, our employee. We know where they work, where their background of education, working experience, and then what kind of knowledge they want to use, they want to find it. And then we try like machine learning to identify to them if there is some kind of new knowledge that related with their persona. For example, I'm the human capitals expert and about culture developments. If there are something knowledge that published in the digital platform, maybe a learning, innovation about culture, there will be some kind of notification for the employee to find this knowledge or to use this knowledge. So there is kind of new knowledge. There is machine learning to notify this kind of person, to this kind of employee. It's helpful you for this question?
Yes, it did. So basically, you said that there's you said that there's like a targeting kind of system, maybe for some people at some departments that they need this kind of knowledge. There's going to be like general knowledge, specific knowledge, and all sorts of that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can target for each employee, and can you create a journey for each employee as well? What do they have to learn from the beginning to the end?
Yeah. We divided into 3 categories. For example, the learning is fundamental. It means that all the employee can join this kind of learning, and then we put in the intermediates according to their skill, and then after that they advance. Advance is only fundamental. All employee maybe, and the intermediate maybe is certain kind of employee, and then the advance is maybe the specific according to their knowledge or their skill. So we divide it into 3 categories like that.
Thank you.
Any other question for Alberto? Not yet, so let me just say a few words. First of all, thank you so much for flying from Indonesia to be with us today.
Nice to be here.
We really, really appreciate your efforts. And wow, that's quite an impressive knowledge management system that you have implemented. Well, I was really wowed by all the things you have in place and how well structured it is. I mean, when we teach knowledge management, I mean, we always say, well, you need to have a KM strategy that is aligned with the business strategy. You need to make sure that you have different type of ways of sharing and everything. And everything we teach more or less theoretically. I mean, you have implemented it in a very very comprehensive and very sophisticated way. So I'm very impressed. And I was also delighted to see how you connect really, I mean, knowledge management, learning, research, and I mean, it makes sense, of course, but unfortunately, in a lot of organizations, very often they remain separate things that communicate more or less with each other. But in your case, you have integrated everything. You made it as single point access, or one place where you have to go if you want to learn or find knowledge, which is great. So really, really, I'm very, very impressed by what you have done, and you have very, very also. You put yourself on your journey very, very challenging targets. I mean, on this year we need to do this. Next year we need to do this, and in 3 years from now we need to have achieved all of this. Wow, that's quite impressive. And you were saying that you're part of the Mike Award to benchmark yourself against others. I'm sure others will really have to benchmark themselves against yours, because I'm sure you are. One of the top example on how well and how extensive knowledge management could be. So congratulations for that. I just have one question. Who's in charge of knowledge management in your organization, and how many people are in charge of knowledge management at Telkom?
Okay, as I said before, there is CKO, Chief of Knowledge Officers, that we name it as a Chief Human Capital Officers. So our Human Capital Director as our CKO. So, and then we put the senior leaders as the CKO according their departments. So it means that we have it's not like a fixed organization, but we blend it into our structural organization, some kind like that.
Okay. Yes, very, very impressive.
For example, sorry to ask a question. We now transform to the telco and digital telco. We have a 5 move, for examples. So we have to make sure our knowledge regarding to our business policy, if 5 move, we say that, like for data center, some kind like that. So our knowledge is about not data centers and fixed mobile convergence, something like that. So we align them with the business strategy. I think I answered your question.
Yes, you did. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any last question for Richard? So I think AIS and Telkom, you can benchmark against each other, so there will be a good...
Very happy to benchmark.
Yes. With the team of AIS. Great. Thank you so much again, Richard. Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you very much. And the next and very last presentation for today will be delivered by the representatives from Metropolitan Waterworks Authority, Thailand. May I now invite Mr. Supawut Tripasai, Director of International Cooperation Division, and Kun Monjarot Klaibut, Administrative Officer, Innovation and Development Division, to deliver a presentation ค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Supawut Tripasai. I'm the Director of International Collaboration Division. And
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Monjarot Klaibut, Administrative Officer from Innovation and Development Division, MWA.
yes, so we are from MWA, Metropolitan Waterworks Authority. We are doing the water supply, and maybe some of you may be wondering how we can come up here and get the mic award. So today it's our great pleasure to share with all of you about MWA Knowledge and Innovation Management. First of all, I would like to start with our corporate. Sorry. Hello. I'm going to start with the organization vision. So MWA aims to be a high-performance water supply organization with an excellent corporate governance and to reach the international standard. And to achieve this, we set up 4 strategies. The first one is to create water stability. And the second one is about to be the adaptive organization, which is actually about the human resource development and also the innovation and knowledge management in the second strategy. And the third one is about the sustainable partnership, which is about the stakeholder and the good governance and so on. And the fourth one is about the financial performance. Of course, the financial is always important. And in order to support the achievement of the organization strategy, KM also has its own strategy. We have 5 strategies. Begin with the first one is to create change to the involvement of executive, which is actually very important to get the executive involved and to make the change of the organization. And the second one is to adapt knowledge management strategy to come into the real action. The third one is to continuously develop knowledge management staff or personnel. We have what we call the KM facilitator, who have the skill of knowledge management, and they're gonna help the organization to create like the learning organization. The fourth one is to develop and to upgrade the knowledge management process to achieve what we call the enterprise level knowledge database. And the last one is to integrate the knowledge management with the key organizational process. Okay, so we have like let's say, KM master plan and also the KM strategy. Then we have its own mission of KM. KM vision is to be an organization that has knowledge database and use it to develop work processes and to invent the innovations, aiming to be a high-performance water supply organization. So it supports like the organization strategies. And so here on the right, we have the organization with the SO strategic objectives and also strategies. And then we have here the work process that will be corresponding to the strategy. And on the left, we need the knowledge that can to work in this work process. So here comes in the middle what we call KM portal. We create the KM portal in order to facilitate like the knowledge management process here. And inside we're gonna have the KM tank, idea tank, and KM app. So here I'm gonna hand over to Ms. Monjalot in detail. She's gonna share with you in detail about the KM portal.
So I'm gonna share with you the information of KM Portal or MWA's knowledge management system. First, the objectives and strategies of the KM Portal is we want the staff to, maintain the knowledge that might be lost due to the retirement or relocation. And because we have about 4,000 staff, we don't have enough staff to collect them by ourselves. So we have the system, web-based system, to let every staff to collect their own knowledge and experience in the system. And we want the system to be very easy to use. So we designed the system with the friendly UI and UX, and it is also accessible from anywhere and anytime. And we also designed a knowledge map or K-map. The knowledge map is the tree diagram that have all the NWA's work processes. And when there is a new knowledge in the system, that knowledge will be linked to the relevant work process, as you can see on the slide. For example, if there is an article, knowledge article about water quality, it will be sorted into the water quality work process in the knowledge map. So when the HRD department wants to know which knowledge or which field is lacked or insufficient in information, they can plan the HRD training plan and training needs in the future. Also, we have the KM portfolio. So of every staff in MWA, we use this portfolio to be a criteria for managerial position promotion. We use this because we want to encourage every staff to share their experience and knowledge by themselves. Next is the system overview. So it is web-based and can be accessed from intranet and internet. You can type the URL shown on the slide, and the username can just use the username and password that they use inside the office. We don't want them to remember a lot of username and password because, as you know, we have a lot of username and password in our life, and it will be confusing. So it is the same as they use in the office. They can get back to their home and access the system by themselves. We also have the mobile application version of this system as well. This is the homepage of our portal, KM Portal. There are the user profile that will show your face, your profile picture, and the name and last name. And you can see that there are menus just like any other websites, which is the homepage, the Who is Who, KM Tank, Idea Tank, KM by Job, Gallery, News, Quiz, Stakeholder Sites, and KM Center. The KM Portal system is divided into three main parts. The first one is the Knowledge Tank, the second one is Idea Tank, and the last one is My Portfolio. The Knowledge Tank is where all the knowledge articles that is written by our employees, and the Idea Tank is the ideas from our employees. So the only difference between these two is the articles in Knowledge Tank has to be approved by the writer superior. But the articles in Idea Tank don't need any approval because we wanted this to be the space for creativity. Our employees can write an articles about any ideas or creation or innovation proposal here without approval. And the portfolio is the page that will show the users all articles they have done before. Oh. This is the overview of the KM portfolio. You you can search for the usernames, I mean the employee names and last name. And when you click on their name, they will show you the name, the last name, nickname as well, and the profile picture. And in the portfolio, all the articles posted by the user will be shown, both from the KM tank and idea tank. Then this is the article that written by the user. It will be, there are title, and here is the work process that they choose. Oh, sorry. Okay, the relevant work process. So when the user write an article, they have to choose which work process that is relating to the articles. And when the article is posted, it will be shown in the knowledge map as I told you before. And you can attach photos, video, or any kind of document like Microsoft Word file or PDF file in an article. Also that you can tag your friend or colleagues to be co-writers. So maybe that article is not the knowledge or experience of only one person. There might be more than one person that is the owner of the knowledge. So the user can tag their friend or colleagues to be the co-writers. And this knowledge or this article will be shown on that person's KM portfolio as well. And that is another function, the KM by job. So when you access this part of the system, it will show you the departments and divisions in MWA. And when you choose the division, it will show you all the articles that created under the name of the staff in that division or department. This is the example, the work process. Like raw water management and the maintenance, and the other processes are divided into core process, management process, and support process. And this one is the knowledge map or K-map. Is it the tree diagram that has a lot of MWA work process. And if you click on the process, it will show you all the articles in that sub-process. The who section is when you want to find someone, some user in the system. And you can use the search bar over there to search for the name of the article or the name of the user or last name or even nickname. Next, I want to move to the knowledge to innovation. We use this system to provide knowledge and information and encourage our staff to use it into innovation creation. So we have a reference system. So when a user posts about an article, they can reference to another articles in the system as well, or they can reference to any ideas in the idea tank. So when someone get to read about them, they can know, oh, this one is from another person experience or from another articles. And they can use this knowledge to create a new innovation. So next, I would like to let Mr. Supawut to give you information about our corporate innovation system.
Okay, thank you. So let's now move to our corporate innovation system, which is actually the big picture of our innovation development in our organization. So we actually begin with this here, our environment, like internal and external drivers. So they are like the input to make the strategy. So here to make the innovation strategy and then innovation master plan, you can see here that we have the involvement of the high level executive like the board of director. And next is the implementation, which actually we have the innovation and development division in charge of this process. So the division will support and facilitate like the innovation development and also the state gate, which I'm going to talk about it in the next slide. And then we have like the output and outcome here, which can be divided into 4 aspects according to balance scorecard, like the output that support the financial, the customer, the internal process, and the learning and growth. And the last one is the follow-up and reporting process. We do the monthly report and quarterly report. Okay, so let's now turn to the state gate. So we have 4 stages and 3 gates. So it's actually like a general idea, quite a standard one. Like so many organizations use this. So begin with the idea as it is to create the idea, and so to do this we need to like put the effort on the encouragement and motivation, how to create the idea, and also we have the tools like the contest. We also have the R&D fund in this stage, like we have open for the idea from the external, like the university or for the private sector. They can have the idea that we need, and we can have something like the boot camp. And second stage here is the prototype. Before that, we have the screen. The first gate is to screen. So we have the working group, like a committee, to screen the idea that should be useful for the organization. That then they can move to the prototype stage. And similarly, like we have here the assessment process and resource allocation to make the prototype and to use it. And after that, we can move to the pilot project after the assessment. And also for the pilot project, we have the process we call scale up innovation. We put more resources like financial also on to scale up the innovation that is useful to our organization. We also give here the R&D funding. Okay, and also we also monitor innovation from like many action plans. Maybe in some of our plans, they came up with the innovation also. And the last one is the last stage implementation. In case of they can pass the pilot project and the result is very satisfactory, we can move on to the implementation to use it all over the organization. Or if it's a product, it can be commercialized. So this is the implementation last year. Last fiscal year 2022, we do the same set gate, and we have got this result. Like, for example, here in the idea, we have the project we call One Department, One Innovation, and we also have the R&D proposal. We did the boot camp, and we have this prototype, like to innovation prototype, and some of them can get through the third stage, and this for the last one, the implementation. That's why all of them we are using now in our organization. Okay, this is how we promote and we communicate about the innovation. With the innovation plus, it's the news. And there are some of our innovation that we move on to the last step. This is one of them, the Camera Intelligent Alert or CIA. It is actually like the camera that you can use to inspect the pipe construction. It can right there and monitor what they are doing. They are doing the pipe construction. They can check if there is anything wrong. For example, the thickness of the sand that they need to put into the trench must be like let's say 10 centimeter. It can check, and if it's not like that, it can alert, send the notification into the supervisor who in charge of that work. This is another one is we call the AI acoustic rod. Normally we have this is acoustic rod. It can use to actually to listen to the sound from the pipeline underground and to check if there are any leak in the pipe in the ground. So before we are using this AI, we need to train a lot of the staff to have skill to listen to and know this is the sound, this is the leak sound. And after we use this, we move all the knowledge from the skilled worker into this AI. So AI can practice and analyze and tell us that there is like the possibility of leak in this point or not. And this might be the last one is the unmanned surface vehicles. So it's like a surface vehicle that can move along the river on a canal, and it can measure the depth of the river or the canal, and can make the canal profile, and also it can detect the water quality of the water of the canal and the river as well. Okay, these are some examples I would like to show you. Thank you very much.
Okay, now come to the Q&A session. Is there any question from our participants today? So first of all, thank you very much นะคะ คุณสุภวุฒิ and คุณมนจรด เนาะ for sharing the knowledge management session and innovation session. Any questions?
Any questions?
I know everyone want to go back and do the Loi Krathong festival because it will be celebration this evening.
Don't be shy. We need at least one question, otherwise we stay here. No Loi Krathong. Loi Krathong cancelled. Yes, Dr. Bundi.
It's like we are conducting a class. No question, we don't let you go.
Thank you, Dr. Vincent. Thank you very much. I really like your KM portfolio, which is very interesting. But my questions would be on the innovation, KM to innovation. I think on some of your slides, you have knowledge management at the bottom. And that is the, yes, please. Knowledge supporting innovation theme. This is quite interesting. How do you link this knowledge supporting innovation theme? How do you identify that? Is it before the innovation project or after?
So maybe we get back to this slide about the reference system. บนจรดดูอธิบายนิดนึง Okay, so okay, we have what we call reference system. So before we begin with the idea or improve the idea to be, maybe at the end they may be becoming the innovation or maybe not. It doesn't matter. But the principle is that we have the database, knowledge database. So once we need to think about we want to create something to solve our organized problem, we will first come into the KM database and check if there is anybody already think about it in any way. So there is a reference system. We search all the idea, existing idea, or also in the idea tank. If there is already exists, then we can expand the idea or improve the idea, and then it can create the innovation based on the knowledge that already there. We're not gonna do the same thing like every time. So we're gonna improve it every time. I'm not sure if answer your question or not.
I'm not sure because innovation, you have to create new knowledge, right? And you just look into your knowledge tank and see if that knowledge exists or not. Or I'm not sure how do you link. Because the main question is, most people would be questionable about the linkage between KM and innovation. For us, it's quite clear, but from senior management, sometimes it's so difficult because although KM is a essential foundation for innovation, it's hard to really link in the practical way. Although you have the ideation there, but since your system has KM tank and knowledge tank and everything, I wonder how. I'm not sure if Dr. Vincent, if I make myself clear enough. เอาภาษาไทยได้ไหมคะ ได้ไหมคะ คือในตัวสไลด์เมื่อสักครู่นะคะอันนี้น่าสนใจเพราะว่าพอเราใส่ลงไปตรงนี้ปั๊บแล้วมันมีคำว่า knowledge supporting innovation theme คือค่ะไม่แน่ใจว่าไอ้ตัวนี้มันเกิดขึ้นตอนสไลด์เมื่อสักครู่หรือว่ามันเกิดตอนไหนคะ
มันจะมีเขาจะกำหนด innovation theme ในแต่ละครั้งอะค่ะตอนที่เป็น IDA แล้วก็เขาก็ทาง KM อะเขาก็จะเอาตัวธีมตัวนี้เป็นตัวตั้งในการโปรโมทให้พนักงานเสนอ KM ที่เกี่ยวข้องกับ innovation theme ตัวนี้ขึ้นมา
อ๋อโอเคผ่านตรงไอเดียผ่าน knowledge tank
คือขอเสริมนิดนึงครับคือหน่วยงานของเราเนี่ยมีทั้งหน่วยงานที่ดูแล KM และ innovation ภายใต้ department เดียวกันเพราะฉะนั้นเวลาcorporate คิดธีมมาธีมคือ strategy และสิ่งที่เรามุ่งเน้นใช่ไหมเราก็จะถ่ายทอดลงมาพร้อมๆกันคือเราจะไม่ทำแยกกันเพราะฉะนั้นมันจะเป็นธีมเดียวกันเลย
ค่ะดีค่ะแล้วอันนี้มันอยู่ใน knowledge map ไหมคะเวลา identify ตรงนี้ทุกปีที่ทำเนี่ยค่ะอยู่ไหมคะ
ไม่ค่ะ knowledge map จะมีเฉพาะตัว process ที่แต่ละปีเราคาดว่าเป็นตัวสำคัญของเราอะค่ะแต่ว่าเราสามารถเพิ่มได้ในจริงๆตัว K-map knowledge map เราเพิ่มหัวข้อได้เพียงแต่ว่ามันจะไม่ได้ไปอยู่ใน process ใน3หัวข้อที่จะเป็น core management แล้วก็ supporting
ขอบคุณมากค่ะขอบคุณมากค่ะ
Any other questions? No? Yeah, I think your knowledge map is your taxonomy, more or less, right? That's how you structure your knowledge. So, yeah, it's again, congratulations. I think it's very nice to see also how you integrated knowledge management and innovation management. I mean, the way I understood it also is that, yeah, I mean, if you bring together all the knowledge available around the topic that you want to innovate into, this will give you more or less the raw materials that you can build upon, and that's how I interpreted it. But congratulations, great work, and thank you again for presenting today.
Thank you very much, Ka. So, dear all of our distinguished guests, let's give the last big round of applause to all of the winners and their teams for their dedication and their hard work. So now the event has come to the end, and I would like to invite Dr. Vincent Ribier from the Institute for Knowledge and Innovation Southeast Asia, Bangkok University, once again on stage to deliver a closing remark.
Okay, great. So don't worry, I will not keep you very long. I know that you want to avoid the traffic and just few slides. And so again, thank you so much to the two companies who presented today. We are very thankful that you share your valuable knowledge and insight with us. And again, that's the spirit of what the Mike Award is all about, is learning from each other and building on each other's knowledge. So, as mentioned early on, so we wish good luck to our 5 Gold Southeast Asia Mike Award who are here today in the room, who all candidated also for the Global Mike Award. So by mid-December, we should know, we should have the result about it. Now, just would like to talk about some things that you might not be aware of. Is a few years back, in 2018, we signed an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding between TRIS, which is represented here by Kun Sombom, with OKMD, was represented here by Dr. Apichat also today, by CNIT and ourselves, to develop what we call the Thailand Knowledge Management Network. And the idea of this network will be to, again, to get together people, organizations that are interested in knowledge management and in innovation to learn from each other and develop each other. So the Thailand Knowledge Management Network has not been too active, I mean, over the past 2 years, but we are hoping that in the upcoming year we're going to have again a series of activities where you will all be invited to join and contribute and share. And so I just wanted to give you some heads up about it, and we would be really happy if you would be willing to also participate and contribute to whatever activities we will do. So our institute also, again, we are a center of excellence in knowledge management and innovation management at Bangkok University. So we have a PhD in knowledge management and innovation management that we have been running for 11 years now. And we had a lot of students who already graduated. So if some of you or some people in your organization are interested in getting a PhD in these fields, then we are probably the closest place to go to. And there are few places in the world who do have such kind of PhD programs specialized in this field. With experts, all our faculty, some of them are here in the room today, are experts also in this field. And we have also, at the master level, a program that we call the MBI, Master in Business Innovation, which is a slightly twist to the traditional MBA, which has much more emphasis on innovation management. And once again, if some of your employees or you might be interested, we can also provide, short courses or workshops or whatever might be of interest to you, or the full program that might be also customized to your organization. So it's just for you to know. And anyway, we will, if there is anything we can do in terms of training in KM or in innovation, whatever, we are always happy to help. And also with the help of our Thailand Knowledge Management Network, we can for sure help you and guide you if needed. So let me wish you all a happy Loi Kratong. It was really a pleasure to have you here today. Hopefully you enjoy also the session. Please keep in touch. Please apply again next year for the Southeast Asia Mike Award. Invite other organizations that you may know. I'm sure you have some connection or other knowledge manager or innovation managers who are doing also great things. Let's have them also be recognized for their great achievement, and we will try also to have more and more organizations from Southeast Asia. This year we were grateful to have Indonesia that was represented, but Southeast Asia there are many countries that could also contribute, so we will do also our best to advertise this award to the region. So once again, thank you again to all the organizers, to all the team who have been here, and we will see you next year, but probably before. Thank you again, Kapul Makrap, and see you soon.